seduced Mr. Kato and he rejected her. She thinks she's better than us. Who does she think she is? Her classmates turned against her. In the heart of Jamchu, a small village in Kom, where the rivers whispered secrets and the baobab tree stood like ancient sentinels, there lived a girl named Tasha. She was the kind of girl whose spirit burns bright, a rare fire in a place where women were thought to be shadows. Born to a widowed mother, she carried the weight of lost dreams. Her father's dream of seeing her become the first girl in the family to complete school. But in Jamchu, dreams were fragile things, especially when men like Mr. Kato held the power to crush them. Mr. Kato was a respected teacher, a man whose words carried weight. He had taught generations of children, guided them like a shepherd, but behind the warmth of his smile and the authority in his voice, there lurked a predator. He chose his victims carefully, the ones who feared speaking out, the ones without fathers to fight for them. Tasha became his next target. It started small, a hand that lingered too long on her shoulder, a whisper too close to her ear, an offer laced with poison. "You are a bright girl, Tasha," he said one evening after class. "With my help, you could go far. You just have to trust me. Obey me." She understood what he meant. She had heard the stories, the hushed warnings from older girls who had dropped out mysteriously. Some had left in shame, their stomachs swelling with secrets no one dared to acknowledge. But Tasha was different. She refused. And in doing so, she signed her own sentence. The next day, she found her class notes missing. Then she was accused of cheating on a test she hasn't even written. The whispers followed soon after, creeping through the school like a curse. She seduced Mr. Kato and he rejected her. She thinks she's better than us. Who does she think she is? Her classmates turned against her, the girls out of jealousy, the boys out of amusement. Even the teachers, those who should have protected her, looked at her with silent judgment. At home, her mother noticed the sorrow in her eyes, but dared not ask. In Jamchu, a girl's suffering was a burden she carried alone. Days turned into weeks, and the torments only grew worse. One afternoon, Mr. Kato called her to the blackboard. "Solve this problem," he said, his voice filled with mockery. Tasha hesitated. She knew the answer, but her hands trembled as she picked up the chalk. Before she could write, Mr. Kato let out a cold laugh. She doesn't know it. Perhaps her talent lies elsewhere. The classroom erupted in laughter. The boys jeered. The girls covered their mouths, their eyes gleaming with cruel delight. Tasha's knees felt weak, but she refused to break. She clenched the chalk in her fingers until it snapped. That night, she lay on her tin mattress, staring at the ceiling as the wind howled outside, carrying the cries of unseen spirits. She clutched her father's old book to her chest and whispered a silent prayer. But her torment was far from over. The next morning, she walked into school and froze. There, scrawled across the blackboard in bold, cruel letters, was her name, Tasha the Temptress. Laughter filled the air, sharp as knives, and in the corner, Mr. Kato watched, a smile playing on his lips, but the worst was yet to come.